Appreciate it. What's up? Yeah, it's been a while since I practiced the wall jump thing, and I've been using different controllers. So I'm hoping that's the reason why I'm not getting it that much. Yeah, it's forward, wait a second, forward, down, forward. The wait is very specific. It's also only on the left side, and it doesn't work on the Animal Crossing stages. Hmm?
What that one you go? Oh, where did the shit? Oh.
Oh.
His tail literally just goes. You do it? Look at him. up here.
Yeah, I can't really get it with this controller. I don't know if it's just been a while since I practiced the muscle memory, like the timing, or if it's harder on this controller. I've been using like 3 or 4 different ones to try to like decide on which one to use for Smash God. Hard to weight balance with this control stick. I think I just gotta break it in. Getting the pivot boost for the most part. A little bit harder on the left with this controller. Appreciate that. Yeah, she's doing pretty good. I bought this controller at Smash Factor last year, actually. And B was using it a little bit casually. But my controller situation's gotten to the point where I kind of stole this one from her. Yeah, she hasn't played in a long time, so. Plus, we have a few that she can use if she needs to play as well. How's your local? I won 2 and lost 2. That's usually how I do with the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. Won my first one, lost my next 2, won my last one. Some close games for sure. That could have gone either way. Yeah, I usually do go 2-2. I like to go. There's been a local or two where I will win the first 2 rounds, and then it gets harder because I get paired up against other people who haven't lost. The best I've done was 3-0, the tournament I won, obviously. But I've never gone like 3-1 or 4-0 or anything like that. I would really like to go 3-1 at one of the really big tournaments. Or like bigger locals, because the one I won was a bit smaller, so it was only 3 rounds. Yeah, that's the deck I use, Saturn. I usually swap out between Tenpai and Memento, but I used Tenpai yesterday. There's actually a local today, but I'm actually just gonna focus on Smash today. Lock in, you know? Rio's barrel usage give you ideas. He was surprising me with some of it. Yeah, his barrel usage was nice, but I don't think it gave me any ideas. It's not like he was doing like some brand new innovation with it, so yeah, he played great. I can't get it to this in this direction, bro. Anything that isn't like control stick related with this controller, I seem to get every time, but there's a couple control stick, even like simple things like down tilt back air is a little tough with this controller. I think it might just have a snapback issue. But it's other than that, it's should be okay. As a backup. In it for a second. There we go. I want to do that. That looks cool. I'm not really consistent with the wall jump tech right now. I'm not sure if it's because I haven't practiced it in a little bit or if it's because I'm using a different controller than when I was initially trying to do it. Really? What is it? That's amazing. Like, actually. That's not the best it's ever been, though, right? I see. Tiny's blood was 286. Very good for... You just don't want to wait too long or wait too little as with this tech. It's weird. I'm usually good at eventually learning stuff like this because I can usually get a rhythm down pretty easily, but it's been a while since I Oh really? From my experience, it doesn't really change with the stage you're on, but maybe it does. I don't think it does. Wave bouncing's been really tough on this controller. I don't know if I just haven't been doing wave bounce down B lately and I like lost some muscle memory. Like it's kind of freaking me out right now. I feel like I've been doing this quite a bit. This, it's kind of like a popular new thing for getting banana. I feel like I've been doing it a lot, but all of a sudden with this controller, it's like I'm pretty bad at wave bounce. I don't know what this means. Definitely better doing it in this direction. So it could be me. Yeah, I get it very consistently. Maybe not. Definitely more often though. That was 3 times in a row.
I don't think you can see.
Oh,
It hurt.
I just feel it. Feel it right now. Okay.
Do you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you want? Anybody's not effort. I like me. Oh, this time yesterday, 3:37. Dropped a lot.
Yeah. 60.
Yeah, this morning she was up 4:20.
Hi, Frank.
What the heck? You could have the USPS pick stuff up for you. I'm eating right. That closed.
Yeah. Thank you. For some reason I'm doing, I don't know if it's this controller I'm using, but I'm having a hard time doing it in this direction and it's like driving me nuts. I might do this for 10 hours straight today, which is annoying, but for some reason I can't do it on this direction.
You're going to get anything?
There's 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Fucking god.
Ready?
No.
Put in.
How much?
Or something. Look at those yellows. Seeing more and more yellows. Red is like the worst possible thing. I think if I gave her chicken and duck.
Okay.
I think duck or the lamb. I gave her chicken and lamb. Lamb spike.
Thatcher, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Aaron. I appreciate that. Yay! I think that was it, actually. One, two. Damn it. Two, three. Starting to think it is the controller. I'm starting to get it now. And I feel like I'm not doing anything different. Three, four, five, six, seven. All right. I wanted to practice that one thing Dakpo did. It's like this, I think. Damn it. Doing it on Pac-Man's a little weird, but it should be fine. You're supposed to be able to like do that, D-drop it instead of down toss, go to the other side, do a barrel. Just weird muscle memory, because my muscle memory is so crazy to do this. Usually you don't really want to do anything else. But can't you just do... Can't you just do that? Doesn't get you any extra damage or anything, right? You're supposed to be able to run through someone during the trip animation. Don't you actually get more damage if you do something else? I'm sure that's not why Dakpo was showcasing it, but... Yeah, this is definitely more damage and a better position. Is that a sign?
Yeah. And she take time to.
Yeah, I agree. One of those TikToks. Yeah. I want to be able to space the wave bounce like this, where I can like monkey flip from anywhere and then wave bounce and get the banana. That shit is nice. Like you can do it from right here, put it against the stage, all the way from this platform I'm spawning on. Just monkey flip, wave bounce, you can catch it. But I think you gotta time it well, obviously, because if you do it here, it's gonna time itself as you run off. So you gotta do it like right. No, it's close. I get so much crazy momentum because of the monkey flip. So you gotta... I don't know when to do it exactly. Like, it's not the end of the world if you fuck it up, but it looks cool. You can still, you know, do some tricky stuff. You just don't get the banana. Playing this character in bracket, bro. I kind of realized, like, when I went to Gommel, I think I warmed up more than I played. Like, and I was just sitting like this stream right now, just doing the hard shit over and over and over.
And
At Gamo, I was more so focusing on like this stuff and just shield storage stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, it might be a little harder to do that at Smash.
Yeah. But I really want to be able to like. Can't tell if I'm like early or late ever when I do this. Feels like I'm doing it at a pretty good timing, but
What about wait, Ash platform?
yeah, I think I'm doing it too late.
Like,
Yeah. I think I'm underestimating.
oh, it's
I think I'm underestimating just how much momentum it's gonna give me from the flip. I don't know. Maybe I need to wait extra long.
banana like oh
I think you do have to wait a while. You have to wait a long time.
it's so weird. It looks like you would have to pull it earlier.
It's just not as good as this because when you do it from the runoff, you get it immediately. But I think with this, you have to like really wait and position yourself. So it's not as mix-upable because you're more vulnerable. Like if Sonic just drops a spring on you there, you don't really have a lot of mix, I don't think. But if you do this, then obviously you can deal with pretty much anything. That was really clean. You can do it really clean where it's kind of quick. That's too early though. It's good. I just don't know if you should charge it. I don't know if you should charge it because you're in a little bit more vulnerable spot than if you charged it doing this, I think. Depends on what you're up against, of course, but you'd be surprised. A lot of things look useless with Diddy, but they very rarely are useless. Very, very rarely. You usually complement some other weird thing, and then it all comes together.
What the hell happened to Twitch Mobile?
Sucks.
What am I looking at? Looks like a fucking YouTube short.
That is weird.
Ew. Yeah, it's like TikTok. You scroll up through. Yeah.
Why would that instant wall jump ever be useful? Well, think of it like this. This is Diddy jumping off stage and drifting. It's fucking slow because Diddy Kong sucks and has no air drift. Like, this is me starting on the top platform. This is me full drifting, bro. So if you have burst like this, you can actually do something without having to use monkey flip to be your movement option. And then, if you have banana, you can do this. Burst, toss, confirm, go into monkey flip off the banana toss, go into forward air, go into a popgun cancel. And think of it like this. This position right here, what does this mean if you're edge guarding someone? If you're the person recovering, what are you thinking? You're thinking, okay, there's like 3 things you can think of. Ledge slip, right? 2 frame attempt, and ledge trump. So if you visually look like you're doing those 3 options, and you do this, all of a sudden, you are doing the exact opposite of what a split second ago was a different visual cue entirely. Looks like high risk, low reward. Well, that's just not how Smash works, though. You know what I mean? You have so much momentum from the banana toss here. If it clips someone, they are dead. Even the monkey flip will combo. If you do, I did a soft monkey flip there, but if you do a hard one, it will kill them. Not, and I haven't even like visually showcased, you know, doing popgun cancels. So I was able to just get 3 back airs out right there. You can also go into you could buffer your popgun shield storage, which is really difficult, but I think it's worth practicing. Bam! If you do a buffered banana pull, you can even hit confirm off the pluck, you can catch it with an aerial, you can Z catch it, you could Z drop it again after catching it, you could toss it. Something else that's interesting about this is you can immediately monkey flip to the ledge from this position too. You have to have different visual cues to show a good player. Because if they're used to the same thing every time, the more visual cues you have in a position like this, because I was talking about it from a general perspective too. If we talk about it from Diddy Kong specifics, you have ledge trump with this, you have ledge trump with this, you know, have the wall jump tech I'm showing off into popgun cancels and edge guard attempts. And what else does this position mean, right? It's Z drop. And you know what happens if you get Z dropped? You die. So it's all about trying to learn things that complement each other that just naturally make all the other tech you've practiced better. So if this is on the table, it just makes everything else stronger. And there's a lot of characters where it can be really nice. Like, do you not see how that could be good versus Steve? Because you threaten the high recovery and stuff, and if he goes low, you can adjust. Because Diddy has something like popgun cancel, you can go for this and adjust to what they do in response. Whether they're going high or low, right? The hardest thing about it though is the wait after the dash. So you do have to make sure you really time it well because you need a little bit of startup. But it's worth looking into. And you could even, we're talking about it from an offensive standpoint. You could technically look at it from a defensive standpoint. For the same reason you would use wave bounce into the wall to grab banana, you can also use that. Wait, what the fuck? I've never done it like that. Wait, what the fuck? No, Diddy can't ledge slip wall jump because he doesn't have air drift to drift into the wall. This is immediately from like running off the stage. Do you see that? I B-reversed it onto the stage somehow. Instead of doing like a rising one from the wall jump, I immediately went back on the stage. I was talking about that though. That is a very similar idea to this. Except the mix is whether you go on stage or grab ledge compared to when you do it here, the mix is which ledge you go to. For this one, it's whether you go on or off stage. And then it's depending on the stage, you can have a little like which platform you go to, etc. So I think it's a little bit harder to apply than this, but it's still a very similar idea. I think a lot of people have been looking at it offensively, but you can look at it defensively as well. And did he do the same thing Shiny Mark does with Pikachu at ledge? Only from on stage on the left side like this. He can't do it off of grabbing any ledge, and he can only do it like this. It's kind of funny because it's not the only technique that Diddy has to worry about the side of the stage he's on. I feel like most characters don't have to give a fuck about that kind of thing, but Diddy has like a couple different things where he has to consider the side of the stage. Yeah, it's only from the left side. And it doesn't work on Animal Crossing stages.
What if I finally?
Your food's all the way. Why does it only work on the left? I actually don't have an answer for you, other than like a trust me bro moment, but there are certain things like that that are side exclusive for like this weird wall jump stuff. I've heard about it for some other situations and characters, so I know it's a thing. I just don't know I don't exactly know why. But he'll never do it. He'll always just grab ledge as if, you know, the same type of thing if you mess it up on the left. Grabbing the ledge also isn't the worst mistake in the world if you're like trying to go for this. Sometimes it might even work out, you know. Diddy has no air drift, so from on stage you do dash, wait for a very specific timing, dash again, down forward, and you immediately like get a little bit of drift into the wall from running off stage, so. But if Diddy does this, like, he has no way to immediately wall jump. He has to jump into it because his drift is so bad. Diddy bottom 5 air drift, yeah. Don't get hit by Fox. Because it'll never end. I'll be right back.
been some literally screaming and everything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
It's funny that the charge sound keeps happening. Sometimes. A really precise thing to practice is popgun cancel special into popgun, and then not quite, but it should be any second. That popgun cancel special into a B reverse popgun without shooting it. Pretty difficult. I feel like it's easy if you're just doing it in one direction, but I think if you're switching directions, it gets pretty weird. Looks cool as heck. Yeah, no problem. I think the best ones... I think the other popgun cancel specials are usually better than going into popgun itself. Like that's really good. You can do things like this. Fucking god.
Okay.
Like just a visual cue of that is really nice, especially paired with a B reverse. And then it can be good to do that. It could be good to B reverse into a barrel charge off stage as well. I think it's pretty good. It's one of the hardest to explain to someone why it can be useful, but for some reason I get air dodge right here specifically. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how much I'm moving the control stick already. If that makes any sense. Dodgers, thank you so much for the 21 months. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Holding shield during the barrel charge is something that like any Diddy Kong player can like apply immediately, I think. Have you been messing with the wall jump, Dodgers? But just it gets you into buffered shield storage. It just puts you in shield storage, Satru, so I'm holding shield this entire time right now. so I can always popgun cancel. So doing it during a barrel charge is really easy because obviously if I press a button that can air dodge during barrels, it's not going to do anything. So as soon as I get off this ledge, I have access to everything. It is easier with other characters. It's less limiting, but I still think it's interesting. Exactly, Dodgers. It does really, it gives you more. It's easier. It gives you more options, costs less resources, like you don't have to burn your double jump and stuff. Bro, I have a crazy clip, Dodgers, where I do this. I'm on ledge against Toon Link. I do this. They up B out of shield. And I fucking like find a way to kill them after. Like I did this and baited them. They up beat out of shield. I like re-grabbed the ledge. And I fucking killed them for it. It's probably in my replay. Oh, you saw it? I do frame perfect in very specific scenarios. It's weird. Like, in a good way. My brain just decides to do it in, like, pretty useful spots. I saw you watch the replay live. Yeah, it was this one, bro. I'm ready to show it. Bro, this game was actually crazy. You can do it with virtually anything API. Up B is just a really easy example because you have so much time to press it. You can technically do it out of hit stun. Like, that was me trying to do it right there. You saw the back air? I tried to shield storage, but I did it incorrectly, so I air dodged. That was me trying to do it again. Like, I've just been practicing it every time I can. Some of the harder ones are like during back air. During back air, out of hit stun, stuff like that. Bro, this was crazy. That's the only reason I opened this replay, just for that. Like, obviously trying to end the game too, like just trying to get another clip, it's just not working. Now I'm like slowing down, like, okay, sorry. That was a cool popgun cancel out of the catch. That's another scenario of Diddy just being broken with platforms. More so than probably any other Smash game that he's been in. He's so broken with platforms. Yeah, definitely Dodgers. Diddy's vertical stuff with Banana is just broken. Is it a frame perfect popgun cancel into a wall cling? Yo, that's kind of raw. Yo. You just realized that? It's so good for Diddy. Oh yeah, it's good for stalling because if you do the jump and then the side jump, you can get another cling because you wait long enough. But if you try to wall cling after one jump, you don't have time. So you have to do the side jump and then you get another one. So you do this, up, side, cling again, another jump, and then you charge barrels fully. So if we go to Kalos before it transforms, because I don't have the mod, you can see on an actual relevant stage how long you can stall. There's a second type of wall cling jump. You talking about the difference between that and like a smaller one like that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm talking about this where you just wait, do that, double jump, cling again, go up again, do this again. Double jump, go up, charge. Do it one more time. Under PS2. That one's a little weird because the wall is really small. So if you go upwards, you'll just bonk your head, so you don't get as much time. But you can stall a little bit if you're positioned well. Usually you do it to stall, but just not the same way you would stall on Kalos, or you're doing it to survive. Because usually you'd have to get like all the way down here to get the up jump and the side jump. But in most games, you'll be like right here. See how I hit my head? It's fine, but it's not like as good of a stall. But you can still do this. It's just not as efficient if you're like literally looking to time people. Because like you can't see as well. So it's hard to get more than like 1 or 2 jumps. Especially if you're using your double jump, so. Usually I use my double jump to live, and I'm not using it to get to the wall again, because it's just too risky. It's good to stall out ledge invincibility, or respawn invincibility, I mean. And it's good just to survive sometimes. Oh yeah, you can do that. I haven't really done that. I mean, it's not wall jumping. Yeah! No! Yeah, it definitely is satisfying. Yeah, it's up jump, side jump, double jump, air dodge. You just need to have enough room to not... You can bonk your head a little bit, but not enough to not get some momentum. So you have to be really low. Like if you monkey flip kick like here, you're gonna die. I guess not, but... Yeah, like right there, I couldn't get the side jump. I guess you don't need the up jump though if you do it really early. Then you just side jump, double jump, air dodge. Okay, I get it now. So, if you do it low, you need the whole process. But if you do it high, you don't even need that much. You just need a side jump, a double jump, and an air dodge. Which is, you know, actually easier. The side jump is definitely better if you do it early. Yeah. I just realized how often I gravitate towards the other side for PS2 stuff. Whoa. It's pushing me. What the fuck? I got it. You see that? The fucking weird glitch? I didn't even air dodge there. Bro, I'm not fucking with that on this side. I guess you gotta do it at an angle where you can air dodge straight up, because when I do like that diagonal, yeah, if I go really low and do the whole process, it's like easier, but if I just do the side jump, that was interesting. That is fire. Holy shit. Why is this so hard? Imagine doing this to someone. Yeah, that's fire. Off the go screen. It actually is interesting that I'm definitely like overcharging it in some of these scenarios. Yeah, you're like fighting Rob. Just trying to get behind his shield. Now I don't have to deal with your moves facing front. This is much easier though. And honestly, I think it's a good idea, Dodgers. I think this is fire. Especially with banana in hand. It's usually not necessary to fully charge Diddy's up B. The more you play Diddy, the more you realize how much you have to charge. You get used to it. I actually think in a lot of matchups, a lot of characters won't be able to respond to you when they're sharking you on a platform and you do this. A lot of characters actually might not be able to respond too quickly to you getting off the ledge instantly right after. Yeah, the weight bounce into ledge is great. I practiced a lot of weight bouncing today, actually. Because this controller's been giving me trouble. But it seems like I've worked it out at least a little bit. I kind of like that if you, on PS2, if you air dodge, when you try to catch it, you can monkey flip right here. Kind of like that. Like if I do this, like let's say I fuck that up. Well. Like if I do this, just go for hit this right after. Like that. Yeah, I just do the wave bounce just straight up. I've been going through a bunch of different controllers though, so it feels like this control stick isn't my favorite, but no, could you send it to me? Yeah, my bad. 11 minutes. All right. We'll watch it on stream. You play Elite? Nah, not usually. Okay, so Straw Hat Zelda's been in the stream a bunch. Please check out the video. I'm not trying to steal content or anything like that, but just want to watch and learn.
Hi everyone.
Do you think I need to listen to it? I kind of just want to see it. But we'll listen to it.
Throws, a bear advantage state idea, combo extensions, some shield break setups that the Diddy Kong Discord has accumulated, a safer way to do monkey flip kick into the stage, and the instant wall jump tech that I can't do, but I have the input, so I just wanted to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. So we all know that our best throw is the down throw into delayed aerial, or down throw into delayed up air into the aerial. Sometimes the platform can get in the way and you only get a couple percent, which sucks. Tweak mentioned in one of his live streams about up throw nair onto platform, so I went to work.
Oh, it's when I did this?
Side platforms pretty well. It's the up throw into nair into up air.
Yeah. In this situation, it's less damage though, because the down throw would send them off stage, but this one makes more sense. Because the up throw is putting them off stage. This one makes more sense. This one makes less sense.
Top platform, maybe get a regrab if that'll ever happen unless they're a homie, but kind of cool. Works on all the stages, and I think it would be a great way to mix up their DI while also getting meaningful damage. A little tricky to do, but it's a full hop and with buffered nair to fast forward to get another.
This one down throw is better too.
While also getting meaningful damage.
It's just simple. Down throw puts them here. Up throw puts them here. If you down throw in the other direction, it puts them here. So you can consider up throw. So if it's the other direction, you can consider it. It depends on the matchup too, because some characters will get close to the platform. So, but in this situation, you down throw. If they're facing the other direction, you can try up throw.
To fast forward to get another aerial. Here's some examples of the top platform. Again, we can do all of our stuff up air, fair, bear.
I think this could be cleaner. When I was showing it off, you can IDJ than there. So see, that's fast, but there's no fast fall.
Again, we can do all of our
that was a little slow, right?
Stuff up air, fair, bear.
That was almost a little better. You just need to get to the platform, right? That's better. You see how fast and clean that was? That's what you want. If you're going for this, you want it to be that clean. Especially because you're understanding that you might be getting less. Because you're experimenting with something new. You might be getting less than down throw. You also have to consider down throw does a little bit more damage than up throw itself. That's the best way. That's the best possible timing. The annoying thing is you can never get like a juicy like double bear off this. You're never doing enough. No, you can't regrab.
which is pretty good. Here is me showing that up throw into nair into up smash doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Up smash is definitely possible because you already do it off falling there at these percents anyway.
Most damaging one that I found is this up throw into
Yeah,
up air.
not gonna be
Pretty
true.
fun to do, honestly. This up throw into nair doesn't kill off the top. Either the up throw sends too high or the up air doesn't kill up air.
Yeah, it's
I really like.
might as well
this
down throw into aerial for more damage because the aerial off the down throw is more damage and the down throw itself is more than up throw. The double bear won't be real.
Dodge you can kill with just barrels, and who doesn't love another way?
Yeah, I expected to see something like this in this video. And obviously it's just not gonna work.
This setup where if they start to air dodge, you can kill them with just barrels, and who doesn't love another?
It's interesting. There will be players that will air dodge. I don't want to like write it off. I'll consider it. It's better than trying to threaten something like that with down throw. The angle is better with up throw, so if you're trying to do something crazy with barrels, you should up throw.
Utilizing our forward throw and back throw some more. These are especially great for tech chases, and
Yeah.
I usually find myself going for this forward throw into nair. Pretty easy to get. Covers the
I'm sure they're gonna show banana, right? I don't know about this.
Examples with back throw.
This isn't frame advantage, right? Like this frame advantage is so much worse, right?
Pretty easy to get. Covers the no tech.
I don't think this frame advantage is very good. You have to flip kick, right? And they do have time to get up attack you, right?
Here are some examples with back throw. Earlier
You can
presented,
combo into
and
forward air sometimes.
only works if they miss a tech. I tried to cover all the other options here, but really it didn't work. Even after trying to mash as fast as possible,
It just doesn't look as good.
it's very difficult
Forward
to
throw,
control.
just like the
But
momentum and the speed of the
cover
situation
this tech option,
complements the fact that you're doing something unorthodox. Back throw, I just don't know.
their get up, you can catch their, get up
I feel like
attack,
it halts your
away,
advantage state pretty quickly.
cover their tech roll in after the mistech.
And if you're looking for a mistech, I'd rather forward throw anyway because you set up a banana pole. Right?
Again, you have to mash really
The
fast.
forward throw is much more interesting, no?
As a result of me theory crafting with double bear, I was trying to think of ways that we could just
Plus,
after
think of back throw right here, right?
here.
Dead center stage, they can't do any sort of DI to help them from down throw combos. They can't get to the top platform. They can't get to the side platform easily. You will get your best possible down throw combo at 17% versus Lucario here, right? So
Here you can catch their get up, you can catch their.
but the forward throw stuff is
attack,
cool.
roll away.
Especially, there's a certain way to gauge when you go for something like forward throw. And it's when you're fucking them up. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, you expect a bread and butter here, like down throw. Like the down throw bread and butter is kind of slow paced. The forward throw setups is like quick, and then you're making them do something immediately. And when you're making them panic like that, you can kill them. Killing them immediately off a down throw 0 is so much more unlikely than doing something cheesy off forward throw.
And cover
That's why I don't like the back throw.
after.
There's no momentum to it.
Again, you have to mash really fast, but otherwise it works.
The most interesting thing about it is back throw is OD damage for a throw. So you can consider that. Yeah, F throw is fantastic.
As a result of me theory crafting with double bear, I was trying to think of ways that we could just push our advantage state and maybe kill off of it. And it's this little issue right here where sometimes we don't get the double bear. But I was thinking that if we trap them with our barrels, we can kill them off of it. Another example is just with the down throw, they missed the. Thinking that if we trap
So the thing about this is it's not as much of a frame trap as it looks. There's so many different types of air dodges and drifts. Like I think of it like this.
and it's it's this little issue right.
What's stopping this neutral air dodge from being an attack or a directional air dodge, right? So it's a good situation that you would probably react to anyway, even if you're not labbing something like this. So it's
You don't get the double bear.
it's kind of a natural thing you would do anyway, right?
Trap 'em with our barrels.
It's not too deliberate.
Kill them
Like
both.
this is something you would do while playing Smash
Another
regardless.
example is just with the down throw, they miss the bear and then.
But I think that's why it's important after the first bear to not always just go into a second bear. Because you more so want to cover the air dodge to the ledge. So you probably want to get to the ground rather than do this. It depends on the situation though, because it's another thing. It's kind of like a forward throw situation because it's a momentum thing. When you land a back air string, like string in bold, you know what I mean? Like the second back air is not real. It's a momentum check. If they're falling apart and they get hit by that second bear, or if they deal with the bear string poorly, then you kill them. But it's like a momentum thing. It's not a deliberate thing you're always doing. It's a nice way to. Is that why after a bear instead of a second bear you do popgun cancel dare? Yeah, exactly. That would be at like a bit of a higher percent, but you want them to play into themselves more so than like Diddy's not going to be as good at brute forcing this situation. This situation is obviously nice if it happens, but he's not going to brute force stuff, like resources out like that. After the first bear, you have to give them a little bit of respect to get the resources out of them. That's why, you know, staying on the stage, F tilting the ledge, or you know, popgun canceling and seeing if they burn a resource that way. Because if you popgun cancel, you get yourself out of there. You don't get attacked. You're ready for a double jump. You can reposition for them grabbing ledge. You know what I mean? Being off stage with them gives you less control, but it's like a momentum check.
Even if they tech, we can set ourselves up really well for the bear. One other small variation is that if we
Because neutral air dodge isn't the only thing, you know what I mean?
they can be left off stage, giving us really good.
If anything, because of the percentage, even double jumping and getting hit by the second bear would be better than neutral air dodging in some cases. So, but if the situation calls for it, then obviously you go for it. But it's hard to call it a specific setup more so than just playing Smash Bro. Smash Bro.
Stocks. I think we should all be doing this more often.
Oh yeah, of course.
Especially when fair doesn't kill. This next section isn't particularly new, but I don't think we're abusing this as much as we can. Up air and air can extend our combos up until kill percent. It's really bonkers. It's difficult to follow the eye, but I just wanted to show just how far we can push our combos. So down throw sets up really well onto platforms. Here's an example with Nair.
So this is really good. You can even land on the platform with the Nair in the up air because a lot of players, if you know they're at a percent where they can't tech on the platform immediately, but they're going to DI to try to do so, stuff like this gets really good. And it's very similar along the lines of when you can go for a down throw flip kick as well.
And then another example with up air to bear.
Yep.
We can even extend our combos.
You could even do flip kick after the up air and air sometimes, which is big damage.
Top platform here. And all of these just give us like an extra 30% off of grab, which is wild. With mid percent, these always work if you followed our DI correctly, and it really just helps us get that extra bit of damage. I mean, we can even kill off of this if we're fast enough. I mean, killing at 110, 107 with no banana, kind of great. Oh, and in my last video, I talked.
The scariest thing about stuff like this is in a lot of situations you're up against things like Foresight or Steve or something like that. So sometimes you have to be careful. The second fast fall aerial type things or like the Nair up air extensions can very easily get cycloned or like, you know, those kind of specific reversals. But versus a character where you can afford to go for it, you definitely should. Aerial into flip kick can be true. Same with down throw into flip kick. A lot of these situations where they're with the DI we're looking at is actually where it applies. Yeah.
And unfortunately, the tweak tower doesn't actually work on Battlefield. I tried, it's really hard to nail it, but the killing percent makes the combo window too small to confirm. So I've been personally...
It's also really interesting to consider stuff like this because it's extra damage. But I would argue Diddy's advantage state is much better horizontally than vertically in terms of the situation he wants to be in after the hit. So, think of it like this, you know what I mean? Like, you want to fan people out. You want to go for F tilts and Z drop dares. You want to look for monkey flips when they reset on the stage. You want to have a chance to maybe do a dash attack, cancel item toss, stuff like that. Diddy Kong's vertical combos will deal the most damage probably, but they'll also probably end your advantage state sooner. So it's all matchup dependent, stage dependent, you know, what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Even Nair flip kick can kill in the corner.
For this reason, but you can always do what you want. This section is on shield break setups that have been mentioned somewhere online or in the Discord. Most aren't that realistic, but I included them for completeness sake. I wanted to show the newest one mentioned by Peanut Brittle, and it's this one right here. It's short hop, Z drop, landing up air into buffered aerials. They can jump out of the banana hit or between the up air and barrels, but when I set the computer to jump or react to the hit stun, they either trip or...
So here's my immediate thought process, right? So when you're looking at things like this, you want your setups, your crazy shield break setups, to complement general things you would be doing. And the unfortunate thing about this is, so Diddy has a command grab, obviously, so shielding on a platform can be beat with a command grab. And a lot of players know that, right? So this shield, it beats if Diddy's right here in like where he is in this video, it beats banana pull, right? This shield, it beats banana pull. So continuing to go into something from the banana pull, obviously they're going to respond. And you can't set this up easily with monkey flip. So it doesn't complement many other strategies. So you might as well go for a shield poke or just a straight up monkey flip, or just let them do their thing. Like let them just waste their shield or something and be patient.
They get hit by the barrel,
so
they get hit by the up
it's not very strong. There's huge gaps.
For us. I think it's pretty realistic.
If anything, the nair into up air is much better than going into the barrels, obviously, right? Because there's not really any gaps.
Especially against
this is the biggest gap in the world. There's like 3 million gaps.
Here's another example where we mash on shield a lot. Kind of depends on them to hold shield. You can get another Z drop there into F smash.
This is another thing where you respond with the banana in some way, right? When you get the banana, you can catch it, you can monkey flip, you can go for a safe aerial depending on what you're up against. You can kind of decide what side of the shield you want to go on, blah blah blah. So there's plenty of gaps, but you're kind of just playing against your opponent. It's not really like it's your turn the whole time. You're just trying to manipulate the situation. So going for something like this doesn't complement any of the already existing strategies. So it's hard to implement.
Another Z drop bear into F smash to help, but I think people will react to the aerial.
So no one's really like,
the next two were mentioned by.
If they jump, it's not like they explode for it. They might just get hit by a stray aerial or something. So.
Where you wait for the shield to decay a little bit and then use F smash, or you can use down tilt into reverse down smash. I think these are probably a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, Diddy can land a shield break once in a while, but it's not a core part of his game plan. A lot of people can be very shield heavy, obviously, because you hold on to banana for so long, but yeah, it's just not. The shield break setups weren't very reliable.
Exploring edgeguarding routes, and I think it's going to be pretty useful. Like the name suggests, you just monkey flip into the stage and do a wall jump. This lets us grab ledge faster than a double jump, and it will conserve our double jump. We'll still have access to all of our aerials, our Z throws, and air dodge, making it overall less.
This is interesting.
Which
because like you said, it complements the strategy. You don't have it down. You don't use your double jump, and you turn yourself around, which is probably less valuable than keeping your back to the blast zone. But still, there's complementary ideas here, and that's the important stuff about Diddy tricks. Is they're not just by themselves. They get complemented by all the millions of different things. Yeah, you just break shield with barrels. If they are shielding a bunch, you just do a barrel into their shield once in a while. You know, you'll get it like once every 100 games or something. But it's worth it. It's a good check. But there isn't really truly like some specific setup that doesn't like all the setups are gonna have dozens of frames of gaps. So you know, and obviously a player would rather get hit by these strings than get their shield broken. And even then, the gaps are so big, they're probably going to hit you rather than you hit them. So
reversals, where if they just
because you have banana in hand, this is good because you can do a toss into a double jump. Without banana in hand, this wall jump isn't as strong.
I don't know. I think it's pretty sick. So I wanted to include it because hopefully, because I know I die way too much off of this. It works on all the stages. On Town and City, it's especially difficult because of how small the area is, but it will help us get an instant ledge trump. Or an
Yeah, if you're an advantage and you get the first shield with barrels, you might as well go for the second barrels on the shield.
Have the instant wall jump.
So, interesting thing about this, especially with banana in hand, the monkey flip kick into stage, right? You should probably not do the wall jump as often because when you monkey flip kick, especially with banana in hand, you have rising Z drop aerials afterwards. So you monkey flip kick, and when you're rising, you have a frame 1 Z drop, and then you have the quick aerial to catch the banana. So with banana in hand, you just have extra hitboxes covering the stage. But the wall jump is really nice to go for because in certain matchups, you're very scared to burn your double jump after the flip kick. Like if you're like Luigi is one of the main reasons this technique exists. So if you monkey flip kick into the stage versus Luigi, you might be a little scared to double jump, right? Because if at a certain timing, the coin will clip you and you might die. So the wall jump is really interesting if you want to get the kick out, but you don't care to do the Z drop aerial after.
There's a video by Tweak and how he noticed that Diddy Kong's hat shifts. And I'm just going to include the clip right here so you can see if you haven't seen it already.
Low-key, Diddy's fucking hat moving might apply to a fucking tech. Like, maybe you need to look to see where his hat is. Yo! Oh my god, wait! Yeah, oh my god! Dude, that's it! I think that's it. I'm so sorry, Tony. I think that's it.
So Diddy Kong has this fun animation out of his dash. Is that after you dash, Diddy Kong's hat will go from forward facing to the side. In this first clip, he is skidding a little bit.
Yeah, I actually don't even use the hat thing anymore.
Here you can see that
It's not that helpful to me anymore. I just try to time it right.
You can just press the direction again for 1 frame, and then down, and then into the stage, and then you'll get the instant wall jump. Personally, I have a lot of trouble doing it in real time. I'll get there eventually, but I just wanted to showcase that the inputs follow the animation. Also, Diddy Kong's ledge jump animation is so funny to me. In this clip, he is doing a forward dash, and here you'll see the hat twist a little bit better.
What was it?
So it's shifting
Oh,
a little bit towards us here. And then again, once you see it, you can just input the direction away again, and then you can do the other inputs. This example specifically, I'm showing that if you don't get the instant wall jump, you'll actually get a ledge trump, which honestly makes it really easy for us to do the ledge trump. Here's a little picture of the inputs, and to show that you can even do direction down, but this is after he's skidding for a little bit. And that's the video. I hope you all found something useful.
Subscribe, Zelda. Please watch the video. I'm not trying to jack any content or something. But Yeah, obviously some of my stuff is in here. We talked about some of this stuff before. Straw Hat Zelda's always in the stream, so cool video. Thanks for telling me to watch it, y'all.
For lowest number.
Yeah, I could link the video real quick, actually. That's probably a good idea.
Happy. Dating. The lowest she's ever been since.
Oh,
Alright, remission before Smash God.
yeah.
Let's go, Connie! Even if she hit remission, we would still have to.
Go to a different stage. What was the thing I liked the most? Oh, probably the wall jump. Up throw nair, I'm still really unsure about. I kind of like the air dodge read thing though. In certain matchups, I think characters might get messed up by that. Yeah, I think IDJ is the best in this scenario. Right here though, you can just be clean with it. Yeah, IDJ won't work there with a platform. Yeah, it's just not as good on the side plats. I think this is good is if you don't have banana in hand, for sure. Especially because you do something like this, right? Set up nair dare, right? But if you have banana in your hand, you have a little bit more insurance. So it's a little separation you can make. You can just do this too. It's definitely good. It just that there's matchups where going for this is less threatening, you know what I mean? So you don't have to be afraid of double jumping. But then there's matchups where it's a little scarier, so you might want to wall jump. At the same time, it might be an even scarier way to SD if you do it late though. Like if you do it early, you can get this wall jump, but if you do it late, like if you do this, you can't wall jump. In some ways, it makes it less likely to SD, but in other ways, it makes it more likely to SD. So I think you just have to consider both. pretty interesting. Yeah, a lot of the times with up throw, you could probably do a throw that's better, but I think there's a rare scenario where you should at least consider it. This is pretty interesting. Look at that. Oh, I was hoping you could get two. I wonder if you're perfect if you can, actually. I think you can at least get bear, but... Sorry, I keep tossing it. Well, yeah, it goes for both. If you do wall jump, you can't up B, and if you do double jump, you still can't up B. So that's the risk no matter what. But it is nice to be able to wall jump without double jumping, obviously. But sometimes you want to double jump. It just depends on the scenario. Like, this shit is really crazy. Same reason as why throwing it into the stage and catching is crazy. Doing this is crazy. Because if they tech jump, you can cover the tech jump immediately after the kick. And you still have banana in hand too if they like go on the stage or something. This scenario is just really good. So, yeah, if you do it late like that. Yeah, doing that into an angel drop. Flip kick versus Fox is actually not that good. Sometimes Firefox is so big that the flip kick doesn't even do anything, or the trade is just like terrible because it like Firefox does like a shit ton of damage. So you'd be surprised. I think Coyote jumping is better versus Fox. Forget the inputs for it. It's like kind of like that. That input. Because to just go out there preemptively like this. Because at that point you could cover low right after anyways. The weird thing about Firefox is Diddy can't F-tilt it reliably. And monkey flip kick isn't too reliable either. Oh, sorry, I was talking to Alex. Are you talking about doing this, Dodgers? I practiced that a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if it's reliable, but it's cool. Oh, you meant after this. I don't know. I don't know if this in general is good versus Fox, period. I think keeping it pretty generic is actually better versus Fox as Diddy. Diddy can just edge guard Fox like a normal character, to be honest. Usually things like banana and like techniques usually just get in the way. You can usually just play pretty normal versus Fox. Because usually the more time you're setting up, the more time he has to just get past you. So usually you just want to get your back out there and just back air and like see if go from there, or like F tilt the illusion. You usually keep it pretty simple, and you can just down air the ledge. Like that will work. Like, so you should just keep it pretty simple in my opinion, 9 times out of 10. This is cool. I gotta do this. I'm gonna start doing that. See how people deal with it. Yeah, if you're getting sharked under a platform. Ledge trumping Sonic is good because his ledge hang is so broken. Diddy's down tilt's inconsistent versus it. Let's try it on a stage where it's harder to input it.
Diddy Kong.
Yeah, this is probably the better stage to practice it on than the easy ones. Yeah, this is hard. I saw the ring for it, I thought. Is it even possible? This shit hard. Something that's nice about like getting like, you know, your head bonked is to make sure you do an action during it. Like look how much closer I was to living from doing that than if I lived. But look what happens if I just jump, right? But if you do an action, you can actually sometimes save yourself. Like look how much better that is. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for watching. Let's raid someone before I forget. Um, we'll just raid Mars. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.